Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Talk and Tech Unbox. Today we are diving into a beast of Homelabbers monster, the Fujitsu Primergy RX2540M4 server, which specs with the Intel Xeon dual processor 5120, which has 28 physical cores and 56 threads. So it is paired with 128 GB of DDR4 memory, and you get two M.2 on board slot for ultra fast booting of your server, and it got a dual redundant PSU, and it is a RAID card ready. So let's get started. So you can see this is the server, and it's a full-fledged server. So this is the internal of the Fujitsu RX2540M4 server. This is the dual CPU, gold one, CPU 1 and CPU 2. And here you can see the DDR4 DIMM RAM DIMM slot. It has a lot of slot, I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 6 here, 12, and here you can count this how much RAM slot. And here is the 25 gig Mellanox Connect X4 card, dual PSU, 800 watt each, and this is the HBA RAID card. And here you will see the M.2 on board, one is there and you can add one more. This is the internal specs and internal hardware, and these are all the fans. So this was placed like this, so I can place this. So this is how it looks internally. You get a 25 gig Mellanox card, HBA RAID card, M.2 NVMe, dual Intel Gold CPU 51420, and all DDR4 RAM. So you have seen the internal hardware of the Fujitsu RX25M4 server. Got a dual Gold processor, 5120, 128 GB of RAM, and DDR4. And it got a RAID card, HBA, and got onboard NVMe, M.2 SSD, and it got even 25 GB Mellanox Connect X4 card with one SFP. The specs of this server is quite good. It will open tremendous possibilities for the Homelabbers enthusiasts, and even for me, if you want to run your own services, you want to run containers, multiple VPNs, there should not be any bottleneck because it got enough memory of 120 and you can expand more. It got M.2 NVMe, so you can use in ultra fast caching. Even you can install on one M.2 you can install hypervisor, and other for you can use for caching. So it will give you good booting options, ultra fast boost. With this Fujitsu server you get expand. You can with the storage expansion you can build your own NAS, because it got an options to add a 2.5 inch hard drive as well as a 3.5 inch SSD, so you can build up your own storage NAS. You can run Proxmox, you can run TrueNAS, so you can create multiple VMs, containers depending on your needs. Next, I'm going to test out the Cinebench R23 code for this CPU, because this server comes up with the Windows installed, but you can boot your own OS because it has M.2 NVMe on board one. So you can boot Proxmox, any OS run. So I'm going to test the Cinebench R20 score and let you know in this video. Booting the server from here. You can see the sound here, and I've connected the mouse and keyboard. So you can see that all fans are on the right, and I've connected the microphone. The server is booted right now, and as I told you, it has a Windows VM on it, and you can see the LED here, because it's showing right now this is the CS listen. I have not checked anything else. Here you can see now it is on, and it got 12 LFF. You can add 2.5. Right now I have connected the monitor and I have connected the network also. I mean, you see the internet is coming right now. So this is the smart test. I mean, all tests have been run. So there are 0 bad sector count. Under the overview you can check the status of the solid state. This is perfect. No weak sector were found, and you can check the temperature, lifespan, everything. So after that I will just go ahead and install the Cinebench R23, and then I will show you the single and the multi-core test of the CPU. So the Cinebench R23 application has been installed. So right now you can check it has option CPU multi-core and CPU single core, and here is the system specs. The processor of Intel Xeon Gold 5120 CPU, and you can see it got 28 cores, 56 thread, and this is the frequency 2.2 GHz, and it is running Windows 10 64-bit professional. And right now I have not started a test yet, but we will start a test here. So I will test multi-core and the single core separately. So it is starting to perform a test right now. You can see it is preparing a project. So here you can see it will show the image rendering. You can see it shows an image. So I think this process will take around 10 minutes. So as you can see here, once that testing has been done, I will show you. So the multi-core CPU rendering has been done on the Cinebench R20. So you can see the point, it's got 21,681 points, and under the ranking you will see it comes under third. So you can see it got 28 core, 56 thread, and the rendering point it got 21,681. So it's come in the third place. The second place it has a 2.7 GHz frequency. That's why you will see it got less score, but you can see there is a little margin from 24 to 83 to 21,681. So similarly I will go ahead and test for the single core CPU and let you know guys result of the single core CPU. So it just started the single core CPU. As you can see, it is started to render now, and once it is completed I will let you know. So I've just changed the ranking on the single core. So once the test is completed I will show you similarly for the single core. So I will just try to put them on the time lapse and see how does it perform. Final score of the Cinebench R23 single core and the multi-core. So you can see the multi-core is 21,681 points and the single CPU score is 770 points, and the MP ratio is 28.16. So I have tested with the Cinebench R20. So this was the score I got because it got 28 cores, 56 threads at 2.2 GHz frequency. So we got the Cinebench R23 result for the CPU score for the single core and the multi-core. So multi-core it points 21,681. So it's very normal for the dual 5120 CPUs which has 28 core, 56 thread at a frequency of 2.2 GHz is a good efficiency result. And a single core it got 770 points, which is expected by the Skylake SP architecture with a low base clock. So the MP ratio it got 28.16x, which shows a strong scaling for multi-core workload. So is this score good? Yes, for the Xeon Gold 5120, this is exactly within the expected performance. It got a single core of 7 to 780 point expected, and the multi-core it got 21. It get up to 20 to 22,000 for the dual CPU configuration. So why single core is low as compared to the modern CPUs? Because it's normal, because Intel Xeon Gold 5120, which is a base clock of 2.2 GHz, you can boost up to 3.2 GHz based on old 14 nanometer Skylake SP architecture. Server CPUs mostly focus on stability, not high clocks. So what this CPU is good for, this CPU dual Xeon Gold 5120 setup is ideal for virtualization, Proxmox
Proxmox, ESXi, Hyper-V. You can have Docker, Kubernetes, NAS storage, SMB, NFS workloads, Homelab VMs, and rendering or CPU heavy tasks, but not for a single sensitive load. It is not great for gaming, high frequency, single core workloads, modern machine learning, and high speed emulation. If needed, you can improve your CPU performance by enabling turbo boost, enabling hyper threading, set maximum performance power profile, and you can disable energy efficiency and power saving mode. So this was my test for the Fujitsu RX2440M4 server. I have done shown you the specs overview of this Fujitsu server, which was running Windows 10 application on it. So done a multi-core and a single core CPU. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions and thoughts. Please make sure to hit the like on this video, and I will make another video if you need more in-depth of all any other software tools for the CPU scoring and anything. Let me know, because I've just started with the Windows VM, because it came with the Windows OS inbuilt. You can have a true NAS, Proxmox, you can run all multiple VMs on it, because it's quite good multi-score. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. That's it for today's video. I hope you will like this video. See you in the next video. Bye.